Hello, hello, everybody. Yay. Happy Friday. We are going to have a good call today. Looks like I've got quite a people RSVP'd. Oh, I love it. I love seeing all of your faces. Um, for today's call specifically, I actually have I sometimes we get lucky and after weather of the weeks, I don't have a call right after, so we can kind of run over with our weather of the week. But today I have a call scheduled. So we are gonna have to keep our
Oh, there
weather
you
of the
go.
week directly to um just 1 hour. So I am going to be pretty good at keeping us time wise. I may jump in, I may shorten you. I probably won't be able to talk as much on this one, but I'm really excited to still get an update from everybody and to see your faces and all your beautiful different places. I love it. Okay, so with that in mind, I want to kick us off to start just by dropping us in to our bodies wherever you are at, taking a few seconds to slow down. You can close your eyes wherever you're at. Sometimes when we close our eyes, it allows us to drop a little bit more down into the body. And it's okay if what you meet there is maybe a little bubbly, maybe it's a little anxious. We're just noticing whatever's coming up. And then thinking back over the day you've had or the morning you've had so far. And I want you to allow one feeling to crystallize from this morning or this day. Okay, we'll talk about the rest of the weather from the week in a little bit, but we're just coming into the present with this day, thinking of one feeling that's been the most present in your body. I will go ahead and kick us off, and then we'll go around. The feeling for me, it's been the most present today, has probably been excited. Chantel, Chantal, sorry.
You got it. Adventurous.
Ooh, adventurous. Elizabeth.
I would have to say anxious,
Hmm.
definitely. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
I
no.
wish I could re Okay, yeah, I know. No apologies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know we feel that's the beauty of sometimes we feel like we've been trained as women to feel bad about bringing a feeling
Yes.
that's maybe not more positive, but we want all the range. So feeling a little more anxious, is that what you said,
Yeah, a little
Elizabeth?
bit, just
Yeah.
quite anxious.
Yeah. Danielle, tell me yours.
For me, unsettled.
Unsettled. Tabitha. Oh, got some of you probably at work. If you need to put yours in the chat too, you can put it there. Yes, Kira, keeping video off. All right, Tabitha, you can put yours in the chat or pop off, but I can't hear you at the moment. Kira, tell me your feeling so far this morning today.
I would say buzzing, which is
Hmm.
more anxiety than excitement, but maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah. Odile.
Grateful.
And Carrie.
Optimistic.
Okay, beautiful. We got the range. Love all the humans, having our human experiences. Alrighty, so at the moment we've got one, two, three, four, five, six of us on the call, and I suspect we will have people join. So we may have to change timing as we go. Tabitha, feeling anxious. Thank you for sharing. If any of you need to get off the call at the beginning, please drop it in the chat so that I know and can kind of move you farther up. I don't see anybody at the moment, so I'm just going to get us started and I will start off. Please try to shoot for about 2 to 3 minutes. Yep, Kira has 5 minutes, so Kira, you can start us off. Tell us about your weather this week.
Oh my gosh, my tech issues. I've got to figure this out. It's so annoying. I honestly think it's my work connection. So hopefully tomorrow for the workshop it'll be fine, but it's driving me crazy. But I think I just wanted to jump in and just say how grateful I am for this community. I'm just feeling all the feels from the last. I mean, I feel like it's such an interesting journey coming in at first, being like, I don't know anyone. Do I belong here? Like, is this the place for me? And I just love when you give something time and you just keep showing up and you just start building that, those relationships and that feeling of connection and belonging. And so I think just the last few months, it's just shifted into like, oh, wow, this is my community, like I feel seen and known and fully supported. Oh, and so it just feels like such a resource, which is super, super important to me right now. And I'm even just this week realizing like, I think I need more connection, not more solitude. And just realizing how much I even rely on my husband because I haven't kind of branched out and focused on just like we were talking about yesterday, Berto, the secure connection and just people like other like friends and like I have those people in my life. I haven't been prioritizing them because I'm like, oh, I'm on my journey. I have to connect with myself. I have to spend lots of alone time to like try to hear my soul. And I think I'm just realizing that that's not what I need right now. I need more secure connection. And so I just feel really grateful that this is a place for that. And it's like available anytime, 24/7. You can like, just put something in the chat. And I've also been connecting with some of the women outside, just by texting. And yeah, so I just feel like, oh, I feel like a part of this community. And we're like, it is just right where I'm at, like, and it's just, I'm not alone in this journey of trying to figure out how to connect with myself and trust myself and, face this really big decision in my relationship and all the things. So it's so unique and so valuable. And I just want to say I'm so grateful for you all and grateful for you, Britta, for like constantly everything you bring. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, like everything is so yummy and delicious. And like, I just wanna, I mean, sometimes I'm like, I want to explore it all. Like, where do, like there's even more. And I just love everything that you bring to the podcast and to the community. So I just feel really grateful.
Thank you, Kira. Thank you so much. Real quick, how many months have just for other women that have recently joined? You've been in a while. How long have you been in the community? How many months?
I mean, I wonder if it's coming up on a year, like this summer sometime, maybe August.
Yeah, yeah. So I want to frame that for everybody. Some of you drop into the community and it's like, yeah, this is my group, but it's been beautiful watching you, Kira, steadily just, you know, for many of us, I just want to be clear, sometimes being alone feels safer than being with people because
Hmm.
being with people has been traumatic, especially as women. Many of us experienced relational aggression. In patriarchal worlds, women are the competition. Women are the ones you are fighting for opportunities to be with the men who have the power. So it's really important to understand for some of us, it can be overwhelming to be around people. And so I love you noticing, Kira, that you are having enough safe people that it does feel good to go towards connection. Yeah. Thank you for
Yay.
sharing. I'm so
You're
glad
so
we got to
welcome.
have you. And it's not
Yeah.
just you with the tech problems. Tabitha was like, couldn't get to the microphone button. Tech
Oh my
challenge
gosh,
today.
so annoying.
Okay, beautiful. Chantal, I've got you next. Tell us about your weather this week.
Yes, at 3:30
Awesome. Can
or
you hear me?
whatever I text you, sweetie.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay, go ahead, Chantal.
Okay. So I said adventurous. I have been in Nashville all week for a conference, which has been honestly great because last week was a really heavy week. And I don't know, like I'm just embracing everything. I think I've mentioned this. I work for NASCAR and was here for a conference. Coincidentally, the race is also in Nashville this weekend. And when I was out last night, I'm in this like beautiful space where I'm like high enough up that I'm kind of important, but none of the drivers actually know me. And I started getting hit on by one of the NASCAR drivers. And I was like, this is going to be the best story ever. He also is like notoriously disgusting. Like everyone knows he's a dirty birdie. Like I like his reputation is disgusting. But I was like, I'll take some free drinks and I'll let you think that this is going to happen. I will like nothing happened, like aside from a hug, but it was good. It felt good to be flirted with. It felt good to have fun. It felt good to like just do something a little reckless. So I'm feeling adventurous and not really wanting to go home today because I'm just feeling great. So that's not really that's my weather this week. Fun.
Chantal, I was watching everybody's faces on this call, and it was just like the electricity of you being like, yeah, and it felt great. And I knew, like, you're a dirty birdie, but I will get some drinks. Like, I see through
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Dirty. Guess who's still texting me right now? Homeboy can't take a hint, but I'm having a great time. I'm serious. Literally, he offered to keep me here and then fly me home on a private jet on Sunday. And I was like, the rumor mill in our sport is too small for this to happen. And I'm too career driven for that to be my reputation. But thank you.
And
So
then you
I'm feeling
quoted
great
you
right now.
you quoted that Taylor Swift song as you walked away, like, bye, boo.
Yeah, literally, literally. So yeah, now I'm walking to get some ramen and I'm super pumped about it.
I just have to say, Chantal, I love that this is your experience this week, especially compared to last week. Like, getting to just be in your body, in your power, moving through the space, not having to manage a man's feelings, like beautiful contrast for you. So yeah, soak that up. And thanks for
Yep.
sharing it. You're like, yes, come hit on me because this will be great stuff to share on weather of the week.
Yeah, yeah, super fun. So
Love it.
that was my
Love it.
weather. Thanks everyone for listening.
Of course. All right, Elizabeth, I've got you next. Tell us your weather this week. Feeling a little anxious this morning.
Yeah, just it's I well, I'm really bring everything like comparison with being on the water to me, like because I'm usually on the water in my surf ski. And I guess I would have to say it's like kind of feels like confused seas, where you have waves coming at you or wind coming at you from all directions. And, like I've paddled when there's wind coming from all directions. And um, that's what it feels like right now. Um, I know I have to move out of the house and I know it has to be really soon. Like abusive adult daughter is always welcomed back to the house every summer by my husband, who's like so enmeshed with her. And she just thinks she's like my replacement, like she just thinks she's like the little parent, the little wife, the way she behaves is so she's very abusive. So like now she's coming home Monday. I've got until Monday to just like pack and leave, and I have no idea where to go. But you know, it just feels like I don't want to leave my beloved Pacific Ocean. It's so beautiful. Like it's my whole heart, like looking out at the sea, and so I don't want to leave that, but I can't be there. Um, I can no longer interact with anyone in that house. Like their their behavior towards me is terrible. So I
Yeah, Elizabeth,
spouse and kids. So I just need to plot a course and I just have to get, free of it and
thinking an
heal.
Airbnb up the coast, maybe
Yeah,
not something where we go away from the Pacific, just a little space to be away for a
yeah,
period of time. And the beautiful thing is too, Elizabeth, you already have created a lot of resourcing for yourself when she is there. You hike,
yeah.
you get away. So even though she's going to come back, you know how to step away and take care of yourself. Ideally, we want you in a space where you
Yeah.
don't have to leave to get away from her.
I do have to leave to get away. Even five
Yeah.
minutes in that household when she's there is intolerable. Like
Yeah.
I mean, right now, like I'm so done with being in that family unit. If I hear footsteps
Yeah.
upstairs, I get stressed. Like if I come
Yeah.
home, the only way I can be at peace in that family now is when no one is home. And
Mhm.
the instant I hear anyone either wake up, get out of bed, come in the front door, I'm like, instant stress. Instant. It doesn't matter who it is even. So
Which is why you're at the beach.
yeah,
Yes. Are
that's
you
why
at the
I'm
beach
literally,
right now?
yeah, wait,
I love
hold on.
seeing you with your sunshade. Yes. If you can turn and let me see the view.
You don't want to see this, trust me. Like you'll be sick. You'll be like, no. Yeah, this is
Oh,
why I have a hard time going anywhere.
yeah.
This
Yeah. So
is
we're
this
just
is my
looking.
home. It's
Yes.
spectacular. It's like
I love
so.
that you found resourcing in nature. And when your brain is going, I have to go, I have to go, I want it to just take that little step of like, let's just look for a place nearby, not
No.
away from the Pacific, something for a week.
I know
Okay.
it's so expensive. I'm
I
kind of
know.
thinking the whole summer though because I just want to get situated somewhere
Hey,
and
if you
not.
can do the whole summer, yeah, in your head, what's the word everybody's been using lately? A sabbatical? I'm
Yes, a
like,
sabbatical.
I'm like,
Exactly.
this, I want this.
Whole summer, whole summer is code for permanent, by the way, just
Yeah.
between me and all of you. Like it's just that
Yeah.
I would bill it as it's just for the summer, but that's not true. Like I don't once I'm out, I'm never going back. Like
Hmm.
I can't.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing, and then I'll stop because it's someone else's turn. What I can't get over is not just for myself, but for all of us who have been in relationships of just pure deprivation, emotional abandonment or abuse or what fill in the blank. What is amazing to me is how much we uh, we become accustomed to a level of deprivation and shabby treatment, which we would never even have conceived of when we were dating this person or having these friend whatever relationship. And it just amazes me like what I have allowed myself to become accustomed to as far as emotional abandonment and pure deprivation. And so it's just like, thank you so much for being here, this community, and helping me to wake up to things I've never seen or known. It's incredible. I feel like I'm putting
Mm.
glasses on for the first time. It's really overwhelming, honestly, in a good way.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
I
Thank you for
know.
sharing. Oh, all right. Sending you love.
Thank you,
Mm,
dear.
of course. Danielle, you're next on my list. Tell us about your weather this week.
So the word I chose was unsettled. There's a lot of like big life events happening this week. So I think I've shared before, we're a military family. We're moving in 5 weeks. And last weekend, we're moving from San Diego to San Francisco. And last weekend, we were up in the Bay Area looking for homes together. So it was 2 days alone with my husband, and it was my body was just screaming the whole time. It just, and I felt myself like slowly sliding back into what I call my good girl part, where I'm constantly trying to comfort him and make him feel good. He wrote me this long letter of like, I don't understand why you need to go find yourself and destroy our family. So he's putting a lot of language that's very traumatic around my decision. And there's all these, I moved to the guest room, which I'm really proud of. That was actually the thing that in my interview, when your assistant asked like, what's one thing you could do? I was like, do that. And at the time, that seemed impossible. And that was like 6 weeks ago. But he sold my bed on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. Which felt like this, it felt so violating. Like within hours, like he texted me at 3 p.m. saying, hey, someone's coming to pick up the guest bed at 5 p.m. So I had no decision. So it's like these little things that are just so manipulative, but he does it in this way that's like, oh, well, we can't have a king bed when we move because we probably won't have space. And so I just feel very in flux. But at the same time, I'm noticing that I am standing stronger in my position and I have not given any gray area. He keeps like begging for like, well, we could afford so much more if you would just stay and we could do this. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I am proud of myself for holding boundaries that I probably wouldn't have held a few months ago, but it's like it's just chipping away at me and it's just a lot to navigate all at once. And then also to just, try to protect my kids from it all. So yeah, it's unsettling.
Ah, oh,
Yeah,
Danielle. I, I, I have no
I know.
words for that moment where he sold the bed. I have no
He said, well, you
words.
can just start sleeping with me again. I was like,
Oh, can
it
we
felt,
all,
it
everybody on this
felt
call? Yes, Danielle, the
It
way
felt
it
like a
feels.
sexual assault. Like that's how my body felt. Like I was
Yes,
assaulted because there's like layers of intimacy that you associate with sleeping in the same bed of someone. And I've
yes.
just had this like reaction. So thankfully we have a spare queen bed in another room that I just moved and put on the floor. I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm not moving in with you.
No,
So
no, that was
yeah.
absolutely, absolutely I, okay. I have to comment on this one,
Yeah.
y'all. You know a violation by the way it feels in your body.
Hmm.
That he may not have grabbed you and yanked you back into the room and shoved you into the bed, but your body knows exactly what that meant.
Hmm.
Exactly. That is a passive aggressive, key point aggressive move when you have just moved into a room to sell the bed out from underneath you and then to casually say, well, you can just get back in my bed.
Hmm.
Ah,
Hmm.
Danielle.
I know. I know.
Woo. So I know I just want to like also clarify for you what you're feeling is he's ratcheting up the pressure, which is
Hmm.
what they do when they start losing control.
Hmm.
And you are doing such a beautiful job just staying where, just staying on that line of like, no, there is no gray area. It is not
Hmm.
changing.
Hmm.
And the beauty of that is you're going to see more and more of what he's capable of, which will help you become even more certain in your choice. But it is hard because it is a pressure cooker during that period because they're pushing the boundaries. They want to
Hmm.
see if they can scare you back.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So moving in 5 weeks. And you guys, are you buying a house together? Are
We're not, I
you?
told him I'm not buying. He keeps trying to say, if we bought, I'm like, I will not buy a home with you ever again. I'm willing to sign a short-term lease, but it
Mhm.
requires my own space. I need my own bedroom, my own bathroom, everything. And that I will be moving out. Like that is happening. So,
Yes.
and he keeps I guess trying to get me, oh, we could afford this, like we could do all of these things if you would just stay. And I've probably had 10 hits in the last week, and I'm like, no, dude, it's not
Yeah,
happening.
their technique is to just wear down, wear down, wear
It's
down.
definitely a wear down, but the more
Yep.
he does it, the more he doesn't realize it's actually like making me feel more validated than my decision. So,
Yeah. This
yeah.
is the marathon.
Hmm.
This is so we've got you. We're handing you juice packs from the side,
Thank you.
applesauce,
Thank you.
snacks.
Yes. Oh, what he doesn't know is I have the endurance of a crazy person. So it is, bring it on, bro. Yeah. And I got to meet Louise. I've enjoyed this call since that, but I got to meet Louise at our half marathon and we rocked it. So symbolic.
I love, like, I always love when bumper stickers come out of weather of the week. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is one of those, like, hashtag, he doesn't know I have the endurance of a crazy person.
Yeah.
Uh,
100%.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing,
Thanks.
Danielle. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Carrie, tell me about your weather this week.
Sorry, couldn't get the unmute going. I'm doing really well. So we signed our papers last Friday and I submitted them to the court on Tuesday. We submitted a full package in agreement on everything. The only thing is we have one judge here who does not like when parenting time isn't 50-50, and we're not 50-50 right now. So my lawyer said, worst case, we'll probably just get called in for a hearing and we can just go in and ask them to approve it. And so fingers crossed that this is going to be like complete really, really soon, hopefully. So yeah, so I'm excited. All I've been doing all week is like putting furniture and new rugs and everything into carts. I don't know why I think I have all this money, because I don't, but I'm like, I just want to redo my entire fucking house. And I just, as soon as he's out of here, I'm gonna be buying new things. And we actually hadn't even told our kids yet because he didn't want to until we had like more of a immediacy to do it. But they have been sitting in a gray area for a while. And we finally like ripped the Band-Aid off. And my son was like, well, thanks for telling us like 5 months later. So they're doing fine right now. I mean, it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I do not recommend keeping your kids in a gray area because I think we probably gave them a lot more stress than they needed. But at least now everyone knows what's happening and that dad is moving out, blah, blah, blah. So that's all good. And I have been like really healing myself with this new person that I've been seeing for like 2 months. And we went out on Sunday and it was like the most fun, and just being able to be like, I am allowed to go out and have fun right now. I am allowed to do whatever with, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to feel guilty that I'm going out once every 2 weeks with a person. I don't need to feel guilty that maybe I jumped into dating, it might look like, but I've grieved my marriage for fucking years. And so knowing that like I'm allowed to go out and he is like really helping me, I've said this before, like really helping me heal my attachment. And I've become much more secure in like the lapse of times where I don't hear from him, and that like our actual interactions in person are really, really good. And so leaning into that and knowing like how I feel when I'm with him or when we've just been together, like it doesn't matter that I texted him at 2 and he didn't text me back until 7. Like that's okay. Nothing is changing in those periods of time. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's been really healing, and we're just having a really good time. And I'm just excited for the summer. Divorcee summer.
Yes, Gary. Divorcee summer. You've been wanting that since the moment you came into the community. Carrie was like overcooked by the time she got into the community. She was like a burnt turkey on Thanksgiving. Like, you know, you were like, this has been in for 5 hours too long. Get me the fuck out the oven already. And so, so she's ready to move on to a different phase. Thank you for sharing, Carrie. So much love. All right, Odile, tell us about your weather this week.
Yes. Was very, oh yeah, in weather terms. Well, emotional. Let me say just emotional. I don't know how to. A lot of has happened. Um, Last week on Weather of the Week was actually um, exactly what I needed, because there was resistance when you told me like you need trauma therapy. There was resistance because before the meeting, I actually concluded that myself, like, I think I need trauma therapy. So then you said it. But what I really loved is that you mentioned, like, not for your relationship, not for anyone else, but for you. And for me, the association with therapy is to fix me to endure, right? So So that was really good to hear out loud and to feel hope again. And it also made me realize, because the tension was going up and up and up last week, um, that yeah, that's mostly what I need right now. And it also made me realize, at least now, like I do wanna stay. I don't know. It suddenly felt like I do want to stay, and I don't know uh, how I'm gonna work on myself now, but I will. But that's how I feel in my body, and it feels good. Um, I listen to Strong Ground, the audiobook. I'm listening to it now on Spotify, and Brene Brown talks about what is it called? Negative. Oh my God.
Capability.
Yes,
Yes, negative
capability.
capability.
So I heard about it also before last week, and I was like, no, I don't have that right now at all. Like, no. So like even like that, I need to build a stronger ground. So everything came together. Um, and then on Sunday, something tragic happened. Um, Best friend of my husband. I don't know if I should do a trigger warning about, well,
Yeah, just a
committed
sensitive
suicide.
share.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sensitive. He committed suicide. Um, Awful, tragic, unreal. So we're in this now, like roller coaster, emotional. And then on Tuesday, I had an assessment for my breast, but good news, I don't have breast cancer or anything. So, but that's like my week, like up and then very low, and then like scared, like, oh my God, I hope my health is all right. It is, so I'm very happy and grateful. Um, and now at the end of the week, I feel more calm, actually, and grateful, especially when someone dies, very close. It makes you think of what you have. And I always do that because I lost my dad a couple of years ago, but it's an extra reminder. So I'm very grateful for what I have, for my health, for my
Mhm.
children. So that's my week.
Mm, thank you for sharing, Odile. Beautiful to see you landing in the space of staying and you saying that's what feels good in my body. Yes. Especially when we're going to be doing deep trauma work. This provides a safe container right now with a partner. Like, I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Talene, I've got you next. Tell us your weather of the week.
Hello. So, this week has been a little more weird. It's always this weird ever since the idea that I could leave my husband has become something that he is aware of. Um, but so we started couples therapy this week. And it was virtual, so that was good. We were not in the same room for that. And I thought it went okay. We got to bring some stuff up that, I have been holding in for a bit. Something that he like didn't even remember happening. Was an incident where he basically told our kids this is last summer that I don't take responsibility for them and for and I was just, something that really stuck with me because I was like, what are you talking about? Because I had left him to watch them during when we had a play date. And he felt like he needed to supervise them when I was like, they don't need supervision. They're in the house. They're fine. Um, but anyway, so I aired that, and he's been in a very weird mood. Like last week he was like, I feel great. I'm making all these changes and I'm feeling like this is the right path. And then this week he has been very kind of maudlin, but like sad and Last night he was kind of spiraling and he's lying in bed next to me and I'm just, doing a crossword puzzle or whatever, and he's half in tears and like, I'm really scared that you're gonna leave and I don't want to live my life without you. I'm not trying to be emotionally manipulative, but this is how I feel. I'm like, I don't really know what I can say to you. I'm sorry that you're feeling that way, and I can, it's just hard for me to know how to react when I want to be um true to myself,
Yeah.
but also I care that he is feeling so awful, and he realizes that it's his own thing, but he still is seeking for my help with that. And that's something that has been true our whole marriage, is that I have had to help him manage his own emotions. And I just don't know that I am in a place where I am capable of really doing that anymore, or that I want to do that anymore. Um, so that's been hard to navigate without seeming like a huge bitch. So
I know, while he's crying next to you, and you're just like,
yeah,
yeah, I'm sorry you feel.
sounds really bad. Sorry.
Yeah, it makes me think so much though. Quinn was the one who taught me like clear is kind. It is. Because if y'all are headed towards you realizing, like, I don't want to do this anymore, doing it right now just to make him feel better, right? It's just a band-aid over a gaping wound. So it's so uncomfortable for us as women to not abandon to make somebody else feel better. But you're learning, you're strengthening that muscle of, I can sit here and you can want me to come make this better for you. And I can just be like, yeah, that's tough. When we learn, makes me think a lot of nonviolent communication. Shane is going to be teaching that in July. And he talks about being able to just listen without fixing. Like,
Yeah.
and they're not used to that. So, Tallene,
Nope.
thank you for sharing. I have to keep myself rolling. I want to like dive in with everybody, but thank you. Thank you for sharing. We're
Thank
going to
you.
continue, hopefully, hearing each week because I'm definitely synced up with your story. After he gave you a whole bunch of jewelry, I'm like, I'm really interested to see where this goes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. What will happen next? July, tell me about your weather this week. Happy to see you.
Same. Can you guys hear me? I think it's crazy that I've been part of this community for about at least 4 months, and this is the first time that I do Weather of the Week, which I don't know why. I think that it's because I had been going to therapy and kind of using the resources that you shared with me, Rita. I thought that I was kind of doing fine, but there's just like a lot going on at home that made me feel isolated. So I
July, real quick, is your the audio keeps cutting in and out for me. Is it attached to your car?
um, is this better?
That's better.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I turned my car off. Sorry.
There, no, that's perfect. It's on me to be
Um
able to catch it. You can't hear yourself.
no, it's okay. So yes, it's been like a whirlwind of emotions this past few weeks. So long story short, my soon to be ex, because I don't even want to call him husband, um is sorry, my AirPods died.
I know,
Give me two
technology.
seconds. Maybe I'll just go with speakerphone and that'll be easier. Um, all
Yeah,
right.
and
Can you
July,
can you hear me?
there, yes, we can hear you now. That's fly.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. So
Okay.
anyway, so my soon to be ex and I are going through mediation. Our first session was at the end of April. We received the memorandum of understanding, which is like a document that summarizes everything that we agreed on that meeting. And so I asked them a few days ago. I've been following up with him because there are some things that we need to do. And he told me yesterday that he hasn't even read it. And I'm just like, what? That was like over a month ago. And so he came to me. We've had so many disagreements and fights in the last couple of weeks. Is He's in a very explosive and defensive stage right now, and he's having arguments with like my children, especially with my oldest one. Now I see more and more that my kids are having the same issue with their dad that I was having, or that I have been having, and the reason why I'm actually one of the reasons why we're getting a divorce, and is that they don't feel that they're being listened to, that he doesn't pay attention to them, that they feel that he doesn't care about them. He doesn't ask like deep questions. It's all about, my oldest son says dad only talks about his work and sports, and that's it. And it's all me, 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 me. So my 18-year-old has been having several arguments with him about this topic, like loud screaming kind of arguments where he's saying, I'm an adult now and you cannot BS me about this. I see what you're doing. All your statements start with I, is everything has to do with you. And you're not even listening to me when I'm trying to reach out to you. So it's been difficult to see that, because I see that my son is hurting. So one thing is me hurting, but another thing is seeing them hurting for the same reason. And I can't do anything, I wish I could change how he is, but there's nothing I can do to make it better for them. And that's tough. And then the other piece is that in the media, when we were going during the mediation call we had, I suggested that I would buy him out of the house so I could just offer the kids some stability and make things the least disruptive for them. So initially he said yes. And then a couple of weeks ago, he said, well, I don't know. I think that maybe if we sell the house, I'll get more money out of it. So it's just, it's hard because everything that I say, everything that comes out of my mouth from his perspective is something bad, is something negative. I'm out to get him. I'm out to hurt him. And I'm just trying to protect the kids and take care of myself. And yesterday when we were fighting, he said to me, it's so obvious to me that you don't care about me. And I just want to say, yes, I don't care about you anymore because I cared about you for so long. And I did everything I could to fix this relationship. And yet you have shown me for years that you don't care about me because you saw how much I was struggling, how lonely I felt in this relationship, how much I was trying to fix us as a couple alone, yet you didn't do anything. So don't come and tell me that you cared about me because you didn't. Yeah. And then he said, I need you to send me a text with a list of everything that you want out of this divorce. I'm like, dude, that's all in the memorandum of understanding. Were you not in that call with me? He's like, well, I haven't read the document, so I don't know. So then he's like, I need you to send me that. Send me a text with that. So then again, he's taxing me with more things to do for him. It's like crazy, right? And I said that to him. I'm like, you're putting this on me. Why don't you tell me what you want? Because throughout this entire process, you have not said once what you want. And he said, no. You tell me what you want and I'll see if I can accommodate it or whatever. So it's so frustrating.
July, I was going to say, just because I have to keep this on time, but what I was going to say is, no, don't apologize. That's not your job. Your job is to show up and share the weather of the week. And I expect it to be emotional and raw, and it is right now for you big time. I remember us talking about this. Remember that he is going to dig his heels in and fight it with all. Danielle, I just said the same thing to her. His goal is to delay, delay, delay. It may be time for you to switch from mediation to an attorney, especially if you're seeing him escalating in his aggression towards the children. Mm-hmm. This might be the moment because they will not magically become an adult. while we're going through the divorce. So I
Yeah.
see you. This sucks. It sucks dealing with a child that's in an adult man's body, throwing tantrums and making everybody else deal with his bullshit. So thank you for sharing. I want you to consider telling the mediator this is not working and potentially moving to an attorney that will just be like, look, dude, this is what we're doing. It's not,
Okay.
get that back to me, send me something. We try to do mediation. And then when we see what our partner, the level they can actually function at, sometimes we have to switch tactics. But I feel you on your kids.
Thank you.
The
Yeah, I have been considering it. I do want to share one more happy news. Is just that I finally decided to do my MBA and I start on Monday. So I'm excited about that for sure.
Right, that's huge. And a
Yes.
final piece I wanted to say is when you said there's nothing I can do, no, there is something you can do, July, and you're doing it right now. You getting divorced from this man is the biggest message you can send to your children that behavior like this is not okay. And that will change your boys' lives. It will change the way their brain sees things, and they will have a space away from him with you in your place. Love it. Oh, NBA,
Thank you.
let's go. Let's fucking go, July. Love it. Okay, I've got four more of you left. I'm gonna have to extend weather of the week in the future. I know I am, it makes me so excited. That means we have a vibrant, amazing community where all of you feel safe sharing. So for my last few, I am gonna try to keep us rolling to make sure everybody can go for the last 12 minutes. Um, and in the future, I will try to extend these to like an hour and 15, hour and 20 when we go forward. But I'm gonna take you kind of speed style, 2 minutes each. Tabitha, tell me about your weather of the week.
It's been crazy here. We went camping last weekend. There was a big issue with my stepson. I never addressed it. My stepson would run out and tell his dad what was going on, and then I would just tell the 7-year-old, just ignore him, walk away. When he's done, you can go back and doing what you want to do. Well, that blew up on me on Sunday when we got home. He started screaming and carrying on with me. My husband did, telling me that I brought this to his attention and that's the only way he knew. And I'm like, and that's not the case. Yes, it is. So he's trying to tell me something I told him that I never told him. And I could say I never said that. But he was adamant I did. So I let it go. Granted, it turned into a big screaming match. And of course, I don't do enough for him. And I don't take it into consideration. And the little boys, my 7-year-old is the golden child, and the 4-year-old's going to have issues because he has his anger that doesn't, he slams doors and he kicks in whatever. I said he's 4. Part of that is normal 4-year-old behavior, but he doesn't want to see that. He's trying to compare the 2 little ones to his son, who has had extreme anger issues since before age 4. But now things right now are calm, but that's kind of that's how they cycle.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
we blow up, and then he ignores me for a day or two, and then we go back to where we were. So it's just me taking care of everything here, and him doing him and his my stepson. So
Yeah. Yeah. And until we kind of get to resource you more, right? Coming
yeah.
coming through your breast cancer fighting, like we are just so I feel you, Tabitha. This is a tough spot to be because it's just
It's
kind of,
survival.
yeah, it's a little bit of like, get our feet underneath us, get the resources filled back up to be ready to go again. So we see you. I think you and July can kind of relate. Your husbands sound very similar of,
Yes.
I am the world and I am the sun and everybody revolves around me.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
April, tell me about your weather this week. And then I've got Katie and Roshni.
It's I don't know. I'm kind of at a lull. We're at a kind of at a standstill with the attorney's stuff still. I did get an email from my attorney yesterday telling me to work with my paralegal on my settlement because I keep stressing like I have spent enough money, like I don't want to spend anymore. Like
Yeah.
it's just going to financially just ruin me if we do. I mean, I would figure it out if I had to, but if I can settle it and be done, then that's what I want to do. He's out of the house, so that's been a huge relief. Kids are, I think we're actually functioning as a family again. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everybody is not walking on eggshells. He still likes to come and drive down the drive and pull up and then just back up and leave, which is all being documented. Yeah. So anyway, most of it, I mean, everything's fairly calm. So I'm just going to start working with my paralegal and get that. My family did come down over the weekend and helped me get some things done that have been neglected for a long time, like around our house and everything. So just kind of feels nice to be supported in that aspect, but then try to, I don't know, just keep keep moving forward. So I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Thank you for sharing, April.
Also, I'll be
Man.
in your area next week, Britta, next weekend. So I'm
Okay.
like, I
DM
might reach
DM
out.
me.
Okay.
100%. Anytime you
Okay.
guys are in the Dallas, anybody in the Dallas area, you tell me. I want hugs.
Yes. Yes.
Ah, thank you for sharing, April. Thank you. I'm looking at my time and I just have to say too, your husband and Danielle's husband's on this call. Fuck them with the weird passive aggressive shit. Like pulling into your driveway and backing up. What the? Come on, man.
It's control.
Makes
I know what it is. I mean, yeah.
just God. What? Yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to go there. Okay. Katie, tell us about your weather this week.
All right, thanks. Um, I have been trying to identify like how I'm feeling about some of the choices I made because as I mentioned the last time, I'm going to Antarctica this big trip and we have to put a new roof on our house. So, and Brenda, you know how much budgeting and finance is important to me when I'm making my choices. So thankfully my husband had been the sun as you described and the world revolved around him, but he has made progress with therapy, and so I feel like we're at like an equilibrium, and so we're just kind of like sailing right now, but we still live in different floors of the house. Like nothing else has changed other than just not he's not angry and yelling and being disruptive, and we're just moving along. So I'm kind of like, how long do I wait this out, or like, you know, keep sailing while I do the things I want to be doing, but not really having a partner that I want to be with. So, but I kept thinking of it as being complacent, and that was making me angry. And I was like, no, I'm in an equilibrium. I don't want to. I need to think about it in a different way, because I am still trying to move forward, but also live my life like, at the same time, that since I'm not like bogged down by his behavior right now. So that's my week.
Gorgeous. I have to highlight gorgeous piece of coaching. Oh, this thought I'm thinking, I'm just being complacent, is making me feel like shit. I am not going to keep thinking that. What is a different thought? And this is such a great example of it's complicated, y'all. It is. The work you're doing right now, Katie, you'll have to do this work post divorce anyways. So if this is where it is what's presenting right now, do it now. Like that's the beauty of understanding. It's like the call last night, the coaching call where Kira got on and was like, how do you do secure attachment? And how do you create secure attachment with yourself? I was like, oh yeah, that's the path. Like you get divorced, that doesn't equal that. You're gonna have to create secure attachment with yourself anyways. So hell yes to Antarctica instead of focusing on a new roof. Because the most important thing in your life is understanding yourself, knowing yourself, having secure attachment to yourself. So I'm really proud of you, Katie. Yeah, I know your brain is like, new roof, so much more responsible. No, Antarctica, we're in a season of finding you. Fuck the patriarchy. Okay. Okay, final one is, who is my final? Roshni. Where'd she go? You can skip me. I have to hop off in a few and just wanted to hop on for the vibes. Oh, I love, what a tease. I hope Roshni watches the end of this to be like, she just gets on. I was like, oh, hello, I'm here. I have things to up. No, just kidding. I'm gone. So we missed Roshni. Did not get to have her. I would have pulled her if I could. This is like the second, I think this is the second time she's done this. A few of you have done this where you're like on calls and I see you and I'm going to call on you and then you disappear. Talene, you did this on one call. Yes.
Oh, wasn't my fault entirely.
No, your husband walked in. You kind of had to get off the call. So
Can I add
wonderful.
something real quick, Britta?
Yeah, yeah,
Just
April.
her talking about Katie talking about, like the money part of it and then, like doing what you want to do. I woke up yesterday morning like severe anxiety at 5:30, like maybe I shouldn't go to Dallas. Maybe I should just send the kids, let them go have fun. And maybe I shouldn't, like, because I was worried, like, I have to tell him. Well, then he knows that, and I'm like, he's not even in my house anymore. And I still feel like, all of that, I don't know. I'd like to say it all gets better. But I'm like, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's reprogramming those brain connections to feel safe in assertively moving through your life. That energy that Chantal brought in the beginning of like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Like,
Well, that's what I finally
yes.
told myself. I was like, he's gonna do like because I was worried like with the house being empty, like nobody being
Yeah.
there. And I'm like, I'm 6 hours away. And I'm like, I can't just, show up and be like, hey, boom. But then I'm like, he's gonna do what he's gonna do, whether I'm there or not. So
Yeah. Yeah. And that's you choosing, like, I'm not gonna live from fear. I think so much of Odile sharing about the friend that committed suicide this week. Like when we guys, this is your one fucking life, babes. You don't have the next day guaranteed. I know we live as if we do, but you don't. And sometimes it helps to catch ourselves that way of like, okay, if life were to end in 6 months, would I be sad I didn't get that roof or that I didn't go to Antarctica? And we can't always, like, obviously we're not always living in that way, but that is the bigger view that I want for your life of like, what am I sitting around and waiting for and pretending like I have years and years to figure out? Like, no, I'm going to lean in. And it means we lean in wherever the leaning in is at that moment and you feel it through your body. That's how you're going to know. Um, I will actually finish off this call by sharing a little bit of my weather of the week. On smaller calls, I used to share my weather of the week. I haven't in a long time because we just always have a full one. But I will share in the last few minutes my weather of the week. So this week, y'all, there's some big episodes that are going to be coming on the podcast this next month. Holy shit. Have I started seeing? I've been reading these books about the creation of patriarchy, the history, just like, whoa, my brain has been blowing up with all of the things I've been seeing. There's a new movie out on Netflix called Ladies First. Highly recommend. Has anybody watched it yet? Okay, Joe and I watched it the other night. I was like, babe, babe, it's so good. And it's getting terrible reviews, which tells me that the patriarchy and misogyny is still alive and well. Ah, um, but I've been obsessed with it. Quinn and I are going to be doing a couple episodes next week, but this week, and on the podcast, I'm going to be sharing more about what the last 8 months have been like for me in my business. I've gone through some really tough things. It's been difficult. But as I've been doing that deeper trauma work, Odile, I have been finding this ability to stop taking responsibility for things that are out of my control, to stop trying to hold it together for everybody. And this week, I've finally been like dropping into my body of like, yeah, I don't know if that's going to work out. I don't know if that's going to work out. And I'm just going to choose to be curious and happy and like me. Like the one thing I can control is me showing up as me. I don't know if the money piece is going to work out. I don't know if that person's going to show up. I don't know. But what I do get to do is show up as me. And that has led to so much pleasure and joy and just more presence this week. And it has allowed me to finally, in a way, I've been in pieces, but like more consistently be enjoying the life I've built and really feeling into, like, I had a moment the other night where I just cried with Joe in bed, where I was just like, I love you. This is so good. Like, life is so good. I didn't know it could be this good. And I looked at him and I was like, did you know it could be this good? And he was like, no, baby. I dreamed and hoped it could feel like this, to have somebody like love and show up for you in this way. But I had no idea it could be this good. So it's really been anchoring me into like, yes, y'all, you can trust your soul calls. You can trust going forward towards things that you can't even imagine yet could be possible because they can be. So that's my little weather of the week. We're going out tonight. We're taking his kids down. There's a late night at the Dallas Museum of Art. We're getting all dressed up and we're going to spend the day like taking them to dinner and then spending the whole evening at the Modern Art together with his daughter and her girlfriend and his son. And I'm just like, oh, my family has grown. I feel so excited. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for an amazing weather of the week. I hope to see many of you tomorrow on our workshop with Danny. She is fire, y'all. She's amazing. So if you can make it, make it. If not, watch the recording. Mwah. New season of the community's dropping on June 1st. Get ready. I'm so excited. Okay.
Britta,
Love you.
real
Yes,
quick.
April.
Do you want me to message you on the community, or do you want me to message you on Facebook? Okay.
On the community.
Okay. I'll be there
Okay.
Thursday night, so I'll message you for sure sometime. All right.
Bye.
Me too. Bye.